Hello everybody and welcome to Akame Ga Kill episode 24. Oh god, you working? Hello, yes. Review, otherwise known as the final episode of Akame Ga Kill. Now there's a problem that I have. No, it's not to do with the anime only rooted. In fact, I'll go into it. What they did for the end credits, in my opinion, they shouldn't have done that. Because to me that hit screams season 2. And if they have got, like, you know, a season 2 planned with this route, then fair enough, by all means, go that way. But if it's nothing like that, they have nothing planned afterwards, then they shouldn't have done that. But for what she said, you know, like, I have to walk this path alone, then, yeah. So, yeah, you can look at it two perspectives. I mean, it leaves an opening for season 2, but at the same time it gives you an ending for Akame's character herself, but also shows her character's loneliness. So yeah, the episode itself, I can't believe it. They killed off Leone. I actually thought that no. I'll get to that in a minute. When the guillotine was shown, I was actually quite shocked. But I suppose they needed a sacrifice, even if the true evil within the Empire was the Prime Minister and Esdeath. They needed a live sacrifice, you know. Killing the people in battle was just to build morale, and the Prime Minister died in battle. This was just the aftermath, and they needed someone to burden all the wrongdoings on. Now, I don't know my French Revolution history that well. In fact, I know quite a bit, but I'm referring to Louis XIV, I think his name is. I think that part was inspired by, you know, his death. Not his death, his execution, you know. Like I said, don't know much, so I could be talking right out my ass, which is probably true. But, yeah, I was just like, oh my god. But, I respect the kid. He said he didn't want to cry, I need to look stronger. I need to look strong, I don't want to be a laughingstock, you know. Died crying, you know. I didn't think they'd actually kill him, you know. I mean, the goal, again, was killing the Prime Minister and Esdeath. They did that. And I was just like, okay, like, have him, like, banished. I expected a banishment, but not death. I mean, he's a kid, for crying out loud. He can easily be influenced. I mean, the law of royalty, they need to have a, hold on, what's it called? Hold on, let me check. Is it... A guardian. I'm thinking guardian because of Game of Thrones, but there's another term. No, I can't find it. I'm just gonna say guardian, but I know it's not that what it's called. Like a guardian of, like, you know, the throne, because a person is like, you know, like of royalty is like young, they have someone filling in to make, you know, like bigger decisions. So yeah, I mean, the Prime Minister was basically that. So in hindsight, he was technically the king, not the emperor. But you know, legally the emperor is the emperor, but technically the Prime Minister was the emperor because he, while fed stuff to the Emperor, it was his decisions. The Emperor was, you know, like, taking in advice from, like, his advisor, essentially, a person whom he trusts. So, yeah. The Akame fight. Not gonna lie. I'm hoping that isn't her trump card. I mean, I did think that her trump card would involve cutting. Didn't mention in my manga videos, my manga live reactions, which, so manga viewers, you may call bullshit. So I don't blame you if you do, because yeah, again, when something like this so weird has been proven right, I'm just like, my god, even I think it's bullshit that I thought of that as well. So yeah, the fight was Esdeath. Like, it was done well. And when she cut her arm off, I was just like, oh, so if like from where the wound starts, if it's like on a leg or an arm, if you cut it off, then you're safe. So, yeah, I can see why Akame normally goes for the body, or, well, the neck would be an insta-kill, but you get where I'm coming from. If it's like, you know, a limb that isn't removable, well, actually, yeah, fighter would be useless without his leg, but save for the arm. That's why she doesn't go for the arms, essentially, so, yeah. Some people have been calling bullshit, you know, with like when in the next time we saw Akame with red eyes. But again, the English translation is the name is the Red-Eyed Killer, so it was fitting, to be perfectly honest. But I hold truth that this is going to be the trump card within the manga, which is fair enough. I don't really mind as long as major things aren't spoiled, then I'll be fine. But from the way the manga guy goes, Takahiro, I think his name is, yeah. I can see the Emperor being killed. Or in a different way instead of a public execution, which, fair enough. But yeah. Esdeath died within Tatsumi's arm. Well, Esdeath died, you know, holding Tatsumi. And she shattered both of their bodies, and the things that she couldn't comprehend, you know, like burdening lives, like, well, not burdening. What Akame does, her philosophy, the lives that she took. Their souls are within, like she, carries the burden of the people she's killed, like rage, sorrow, resentment, agony, and so on and so forth, all the negative emotions. And, when Akame was fighting for the people that Esdeath killed, as well as the Empire, obviously Akame was doing that out of friendship and love. You can consider them one and the same, obviously. But, Esdeath couldn't comprehend that, but the feelings that she felt for Tatsumi, she comprehended them without even knowing, or had a childish concept upon them, you know? Which I never thought I'd say that, because so far she's, for the most part, of course. I mean, obviously, no, can't do that, can't say that. Run and wave, fucking A, need to hold in my hype for that part, but yeah, just seeing that part was good, yeah. And then, the Prime Minister running away, Leone comes in and then her Tego's just shattered. I was like, what? The Prime Minister had a Tego since fucking when, sunshine? I think that, in my opinion, that was kind of an ass pull. Oh yeah, I can't mention that. Oh, I can't mention this. Back to the Esdeath fight. I'm grateful, glad that somebody counteracted that bullshit of ability. Back to the Prime Minister part. The Tego, to me that was kind of last minute. I think that was an ass pull to kill off Leone. In my opinion, no. I mean, yes, it was shocking to see the Prime Minister have a Tego, because I was just like, what? And then, you know, her belt shattered, well, the gems, and I was just like, oh my god. But she didn't die like a... She didn't die as a warrior. She didn't die like a dog. She died normally. Leone did. Yes, she took the bullets, yeah, but she killed the Prime Minister. Like she said, her body is endurable, and the Prime Minister couldn't comprehend what she went through and what she had to endure to be this endurable. I get a funny feeling that people are going to make sex jokes, but still, that aside, of course. And then Leone is with Akame. I was just like, oh god, she's fine, thank god. But then saying she's going to see your friends, and then I thought she was a ghost at that point. But then those guys saw her, and I was like, oh, she's still alive. And then she was just on the floor in the alleyway, bled out from the bullets. A good few hours, I might add. And she died with a smile. Out of the anime-only route endings, Leone's... Well, actually, that's a lie. Kurumi's war... Well, Leone and Kurumi are my top anime-only route deaths. But Leone's was the most touching. And to be perfectly honest, this is just me comparing to the future. If Leone does die before, you know, we get to killing the Prime Minister, if you'd ask me which death you'd prefer, I would prefer, again, thinking that she's going to have a bad death. Manga people, like, think of the LeBlanc death. Think of the LeBlanc death. If she had something like that, but much worse, you know, different stuff, and you asked me which death I would prefer, I would prefer this one. I don't care if it's filler. Technically it is filler, but still. I prefer this death over the canon death, you know? And then there was something that now, for me being a manga reader, like knowing what has happened, I enjoyed this episode a lot. Why? Those three girls with the different hair. Seeing them happy, watching the parade, I was just like, oh dear God. They stopped that. And then Boris's wife and child helping out, you know, feed the hungry revolutionary people and the, like, you know, the injured. They stopped those events. Now obviously, again, this is a new route. I shouldn't be having those thoughts, like, you know, comparison. But still, it was more of a happy ending for me, personally, because, again, there's a lot of things that I didn't want to happen within the manga. Not because, well, actually, yes, I hated it, but it wasn't, you know, it didn't affect the story badly, you know, it wasn't bad writing, it wasn't like, you know, an ass pull, it was just something that I didn't like in general because of reasons. And then seeing the different way those three girls wave and run together, I'm saying both of that yeah, I'm being very vague with those two. Take what you can, drink what you need with those two. I mean, you can just like keep thinking like, oh, what do you mean by that? Helping out, you know, in court, helping out the people, everything. And then Akame had to take the brutal force of the crimes that the Revolutionary Army committed, and I'm glad that they mentioned that the Revolutionary Army did wrongdoings, because if they were glorified at the end, I would have been like, ass fucking pull, because no, they're not good people. Neither is they're both bad. I mean, only the history will now glorify the Revolutionary Army, but at present state, they're not glorified. But as long as Akame was willing to accept the blame, then I'm fine. If they, like, you know, pushed it all onto her, then I would have been pissed. But she accepted it, so I'm fine. That's her decision. Before I give my rating, I'm just going to say this. The anime-only route did have its ups and downs. To me, the final 2 episodes were, in my opinion, better than... When did it go? Let me double check on my channel. Because to me it went anime-only route when they skipped Akame versus Run. Where are you, my sexy bastard? 21, 19, 18. No, technically 19. 19. But yeah, I can say 18 for there. But no, that was done right. So 20 up. From 20 to 22, they were a bit iffy. 23, 24, save the anime only route, my opinion. Right then, for those who want to read the manga, you know, to see the canon route, I suggest starting from 33.5, and if you ask me what happened to those girls, I will not give you the manga chapter. You do not want to know what happened to those poor innocent bastards. I'm just happy that they're fine. I mean, seeing that just, like, brought me a smile. I was just like, oh, yes, they're fine. So, yeah, again, You may see repetition when you read from 33.5, but that's because, yeah, it will be kind of repetition, but things will be obviously different from the anime. Just keep reading, and then you'll get to new stuff. Trust me, it won't be that long. So, yeah, I'm going to give this episode, you're probably going to kill me for this, 10 out of 10. It was done well. The ending for me, anime only route, satisfying. Leone's death, sad. Like I said, it had a better effect than the other deaths, but it wasn't meant to be sad. You were meant to be happy for it, in my opinion, because she's reunited with everyone. But again, Akame's left alone. So yeah, 10 out of 10. This is the final review for Akame Ga Kill. We've had our ups, we've had our downs. I mean, yeah. But to me, the ending wasn't the best. It was satisfying. And while that is a vague and biased thing, it's going to differentiate for everyone. I mean, like, again, I'm the minority with this, probably. It's satisfying for me because, like I said, I know that the things that were done differently, I like, shown more in this episode more so. Sorry, it's kids screaming. But yeah, let me know what you thought of the ending. Did you like it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Anime only watchers, are you going to read the manga? Manga readers? Did you think it was a satisfying ending? Did you think it was the best? Did you think it was good? Did you think it was bad? Let me know in the comments. I will see you in my other reviews. Good day.